The suggestions of e-learning and the provision of vouchers to cover tuition is not an attempt to undermine the public education system, says Vice President Barry Jagdeo. Speaking at his weekly press conference on Thursday, Jagdeo said parents must be given a choice when it comes to the education of their children. The suggestion, which was mentioned by the distribution of vouchers for tuition and e-learning, was heavily criticized in some sections of society as an attempt by the government to undermine the public education system and collective bargaining process.
Said to give choices to parents and their children, choices we have to explore in the future. Not that we have agreed to, we have to explore as a country whether we want to give some parents in areas where you have good schools a voucher for $700,000 a year and then let them decide which school they want to send their kids to. We have to explore that as one of the ways of improving maybe access and also quality of tuition. I also argued that we have to get public education up to the same level of tuition as private. So that's one method I said. And then I said maybe for areas that it's difficult for people to go to school, to give people another option to an e-school model versus physically going to school. But just as an option, so they choose themselves, the parents. It means they can make choices for their children about where to go.
According to Jagdeo, the proposal also included improved education options for teachers while holding them accountable at the same time.
I said, we're going to give more opportunities to our teachers for training. We already trained over 2,000 at Cyril Potter College in the period we've been in office, and we have 4,000 more on Gold Scholarship. This is 6,000 of 14,000 teachers. So I said we would fund the training because we want better quality teachers in the classroom, but we will pay for that improvement. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying also that once we give you better quality education and we improve the salaries at the upper end too, we intend to hold people more accountable. So you get more money and you also are trained by the state, paid for fully by the state. But what's wrong with holding teachers accountable for performance?
He said that his government will not apologize for its attempts to improve the education prospects for the nation's children.
We have an obligation to do that as the government of Guyana. We're not going to be apologetic to anyone and editorial in the Kaieteur News or Roysdale Ford about this. We have a duty to do that.
Teachers in the public education system across the country resumed strike action on May 9th. Since then, the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union were unable to find common ground to bring an end to the strike, which has increased learning loss in the public education system. The union is holding out for an interim 20% increase across the board payment to be made immediately. The two sides are at a stalemate with regards to agreeing on the terms of resumption.